Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, today we're going to be talking about the one and only Kaspa coin. Okay, the one and only Kaspa coin. Now, here is the deal, people. We're going to see what Kaspa has been up to because I've seen a couple of tweets when I clicked on their page just now, but I didn't actually read it. So I'm very, very curious. But right after this, right, we can see by this Twitter username, Crypto Matt. He asked ChatGPT, non-objective opinion of yours, what crypto is as close as to Bitcoin as possible? One sentence and why? And ChatGPT, going through all the information that is out there, said this: Kaspa, because it's the only proof of work coin that stays true to Bitcoin's decentralized ethos while massively improving scalability with its block DAG architecture, right? Maybe pronounce that funny, but we can see, right? Boom, 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 boom. Someone said the same thing, and it practically said the same thing. So, it wasn't rigged. It wasn't, oh, say this, say that. You can even check for yourself if you really, really want to, right? But let's just jump right into the news, the Twitter page of Kaspa Currency. We can see, if we go down actually a little bit, they've actually been very, very, very active for the most part. And I think that they actually deleted possibly that whole thing about, oh no, they're still here, right? It's still here. So we can see, we're going to update Kaspa. We can see, please shoot me. Kaspa City is a bad name when you read anything about city, some town. I guess it's a name change. The name change. So the actual ad's the same from what I believe, but the actual, the name itself here is a little different, which doesn't matter because they can always change that. What's more important is the at. So we can see, right? What's Kaspa been up to overall? They've been retweeting some type of pages. We can see over here. We see the carnival is coming up, right? For something else. And we can see, ladies and gentlemen, boom, this is the most important thing. Kaspa 10 BPS. Kaspa transitioned to 10 BPS on mainnet seamlessly. Kaspa has been running beautifully since. This is why Kaspa devs prefer to take the time required to do it right. Now, let me tell you something about Kaspa, right? Because I know I just went for a little bit of a yap session for 30 seconds before I went on this post, but this is actually something very, very serious. I'm very, very proud of the developers of Kaspa, what Kaspa has done and what it wants to achieve. Okay, here is the reality, people. Okay, here's the reality. Kaspa has one of the best teams out there. There are so many projects that simply are very lackluster when it comes to something like, improving their project. Okay. I just one off the top of my head is like Pangolin. Pangolin have been yapping about version 3 for so many months. And it's like this little progress here and there, but it's like, guys, it's been like a year. Hurry up. Kaspa has pack-a-punched their coin by 10 times the amount. They've done stuff that's harder and they do it quicker and better. And that's just one coin off the top of my head. I'm not here to bash other coins, but it's like, seriously, this is one of the best teams out there because Kaspa actually has been running very, very smoothly. Okay. Kaspa has been running very, very smoothly. And we can see Kaspa remained unaffected as the network is not reliant on one single server to operate, but has decentralized nodes around the world, ensuring 10 blocks per second gets processed. So we can see, right? On June 12th, there were many things down. I remember this. The Zoom and other platforms were down, and Kaspa did not get affected. This is why Kaspa, another reason why Kaspa is really, really well and doing well, right? We can see he just said there's not one server. There's multiple. And we can see Kaspa report, the threshold to be in the top 1% of Kaspa wallets has dropped to a new multiplier low of 392,000 Kaspa, right? In the fiat system, the wealth required to enter top 1% generally rises exponentially over time. By contrast, in the Kaspa's ecosystem, the threshold steadily declines. This is driven by Kaspa's capped maximum supply and rapidly declining emissions schedule. Okay, so we can see we can see getting to the top 1% is just becoming easier and easier. Now, we're not going to go through all this because I do want to go through some of the technical analysis. But my God, ladies and gentlemen, it is so refreshing, first of all, to see that Kaspa, right, is more, how do I say this, active, right? They've been active. They've been retweeting more. They've been posting more. This is what we love to see, right? Kaspa is experiencing a notable uptick on its chain activity. Over the past week, the number of active addresses involved in the transaction surged to 25,000 per day, while the total transaction count increased by around 50,000, bringing the new weekly total to just over 200,000. So a huge surge, right? Huge surge. That's what we love to see. Growth. When there's growth during the times where prices are lower, when the prices are accumulating, when the markets are more uncertain, that means your coin is getting adopted. When there's more people buying into the project when things are down, that is what we love to see, because that means smart investors are here, right? Smart investors are here. This project is blowing up while some times are tough, right? With its price, we can see price has been dropping off from pretty much 13.5 cents down to 7.5 cents over the last couple of weeks. But yet the activity, the transactions, everything has been growing. Just imagine what's going to happen when all the bandwagon comes and arrives, right? It is going to be huge for Kaspa, right? Think about it over the next couple of years. I mean, this bull run too, but think about overall the next couple of years, the amount of adoption, real adoption, public adoption that's going to be surrounding crypto, other coins, Kaspa, right? We know Kaspa is practically what Bitcoin wanted to be. It is just a matter of time before it starts catching up. Do I think it's ever going to overtake Bitcoin? No, I don't think so, but it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. Even a top 10 would be amazing. Top 5 would be amazing. The reason why I say I don't think it's going to overtake because the world's not fair, right? The money, the investors, just the fact that adoption is fairly new, it's going to require a very long time. Can Kaspa maybe 40 years down the road be number one? Yeah, maybe, right? When the whole world is just ran by AI and robots and everything, maybe 50, 60, 70, 100 years down the road, sure. But in your lifetime, probably less. In the time where you probably want to cash out, very unlikely, right? Because we just know how the world works in general. But still, even if it was just say a top 10 coin, I mean, sitting at 22 billion market cap kind of casually when things are dropping, guys, that would be literally 10 times the amount for Kaspa, literally, right? And we know there's going to be more adoption over the years. We know there's going to be more money over the years. We know the projects that deserve the recognition will get the recognition, because once it's out there, everyone's going to want to jump in on it. And Kaspa is going to be something everyone wants to have a hold of. Okay, right now it's kind of the, the adoption phases, still meme coins, haha, crypto's this, crypto that. But a few cycles from now, a couple even years from now, people are going to respect crypto. And people will respect a coin like Kaspa. Ladies and gentlemen, that is practically it for this video. We're still not even listed on very big exchanges. And look, we've been very great. 2 billion market cap, 87 million volume, and we're still not listed on Coinbase, not on Binance, not on some other big exchanges, not on some medium exchanges. We can see the volume speaks for itself. The numbers speak for itself. I'm really proud to be holding Kaspa. Really do think, in my personal opinion, it is a great coin to be investing in. Even if it doesn't have the highest multiplier this cycle, I definitely sleep extremely well knowing I hold this coin. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.